those eyes. Do you want some candy? Oh, what a heartbreaker he's going to be. My name's Molly. Are you new here?
Yes, we just moved here a few weeks ago from Japan. Yes, my name is Akiko, and this is Tom. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're from Japan? Oh, I love sushi, especially California. It's so good. You can eat so much without worrying about gaining any weight. And Japanese people are so polite. Yeah. Hey, Betty, she's from Japan. Didn't you just go there a little while ago? Yeah. You must eat a lot of sushi, huh?
Not really. It's expensive. Yeah, and there is a lot of different Japanese food besides sushi.
Oh, yeah. I like teriyaki. You know, I went out with this Asian guy once. I think he was, I don't know, I think he's Chinese. I don't know. Anyway, he was so spiritual, you know. And, he made the best beef teriyaki. He is so well behaved. Is he always this good? How old is he?
He's 3, and yes, he's very good boy. He already knows the alphabet, and he loves to play chess. Right unusual for 3 years old.
Wow. How lucky you are. How well behaved he is. My boys never behaved this good at his age. Oh, you have to know, I have 2 boys. A 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. They're playing right over there. Hey, Michael, come down from there. How many times did I tell you not to go up there? You're going to get hurt. Don't make me repeat myself. Anyway, Michael's always like that. He never listens. And his brother, Jimmy, he's even worse. Jimmy, stop kicking your brother. Oh, excuse me for just a second. Jimmy, if you don't stop that right now, you're going to go to bed without any dinner tonight. And Michael, get up. Play nicely and don't make me come over here again. Oh, so where was I? Oh, these boys. There's always something. But your boy, he seems to be just a perfect little angel.
Most of the time, he's very good. But sometimes he has his moments. But in general, I'm very happy with him.
I wish I could say that about my boys. You know, from day one, there was no more peace in the house. As babies, they were both crying so much that for years I didn't get enough sleep. I was in such bad shape that a few years ago I even went to see a psychiatrist. Well, he told me that I was okay, and the boys were the ones with the problem. So I talked to the pediatrician, and he recommended that I put him on Ritalin.
A drug?
The medicine. It was my lifesaver, I'll tell you that much. I am so happy that I took that step. You know, with their dad gone all the time, well, he's a stockbroker, you know, so he works really long hours. Are you married?
Yes, I know.
Well, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Before we were married, I imagined that my husband and I would share the responsibility of raising the children. I didn't know that he had that old-fashioned idea that the man goes off to work and the woman stays home with the kids. But the day that he found out that I was pregnant with Michael, he ordered me to quit my job in order to take care of the kids. And then because of that, he had to work harder, and so we hardly ever see each other anymore. But you know, now with the medicine, the kids are much more calm, and I'm even able to find some time for myself, you know? You know, sometimes before the meds, those kids, they just pushed and pushed, and... Did you hear about that woman in Texas who drowned her 5 kids?
Yes.
Well, anyway, now that they're on Ritalin, everything is so much better. I am so glad that I went ahead with that decision. You know, my husband left me alone with the decision to give them drugs or not, and I thought to myself, well, why should I have to suffer? And so I went ahead with it. You know, I wish the kids were better, but it seems almost like they inherited the worst genes from each of us. The big ears and the bad attitude from him, and the bad teeth from me. You can't imagine how much we're spending on the dentist. But your little boy, he just seems to be so perfect. Look at him. He's sharing his toys.
Yes, he likes to share his toys. It almost seems like he likes sharing more than just giving the toys to himself. When we are still in Japan, he used to play the card.
Oh, hold on just a minute. Hello? Oh, yes, you're calling to confirm my appointment? Friday at 2:15, yes. I'd like the facial, the light therapy, the microdermabrasion, and the Botox. The Botox. The Botox. Yes, you're not going to have it by Friday? Okay, then when will it be available? Fine, then make my appointment for Tuesday. You don't have any other time available? Okay, then 3 o'clock's fine. Thank you. Well, this just mixes up my whole schedule. Fridays are my beauty days, not Tuesdays. On Tuesday, Michael has tennis and Jimmy has soccer practice. And I can't get back and forth from taking them to school, to their after-school programs. I guess I'm going to have to hire a babysitter. I'll probably have to cancel their my hairstyles too. You know, it's so hard to get around in the city now. Imagine they recalled my car because there's something wrong with the tires. I always told my husband, don't buy the Ford Explorer, but he doesn't listen to me. Excuse me. Oh, okay. You know, if it was up to me, I would have bought a bigger SUV. His argument against it was the parking. Sure, it's hard to find parking for a bigger car, but really, you can never be safe enough with all the maniacs on the street. What kind of car do you drive?
We don't have a car.
And how do you get around?
Bus, taking a taxi or train. Or sometimes, if we need to go farther away, we sometimes rent a car.
Wow, I just can't imagine not having a car. When we moved here, we had 4 cars. And then my husband sold 3, and instead we bought a new one. And anyway, we have to have at least 2 cars. We tried it with one for a little while, and that did not work out because he works really long hours in the financial district. And I was stuck in the marina where we have our condo. And you know, I don't like to take the bus. I don't like to sit next to, those people. I just feel so isolated now without my car. You know, a year ago, my husband finally started making enough money so that we could afford it, but now the economy's down and he's getting a lot less work, and well, he invested a lot of stock in Enron, and so now that's gone. And on top of all that, it seems like he's just going to be making a lot less. What is it? Can't you see that Mommy's talking? Oh, hold on just a minute. Jimmy, you peed on your brother again? Wait until we get home, and wait until your father hears about this. You have the biggest spanking of your life coming, I'll tell you that much. And I think maybe a night in the closet will do you some good, too. And Michael, you need to get up now. You need to learn how to defend yourself. I think that staying in that wet T-shirt will just teach you a lesson. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Sometimes we think about leaving the city and selling our condo because, the housing prices and everything. We have a huge mortgage. But then where would we go? I guess to Berkeley or Oakland because prices are cheaper there. My husband even thinks of going back to Colorado where we're from, but I am so completely opposed to it. I mean, it would be awful if I had to leave the city. But then at the same time, what's the point in staying in the city if you hardly ever go out? My husband never lets me go out by myself. What about you? Are you married to an American?
Yes, my husband is American.
American or Japanese American?
What do you mean?
Well, not that it makes any difference. I mean, I was just curious.
He was born here, but he's Japanese descent.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about because you're my husband. Look at your little boy. I am so impressed with him. I haven't seen this well-behaved kid in so long. Does he look more like you or like his daddy?
I think he looks more like my husband. Probably because he is a boy.
Oh, you know what? I have to call back that babysitter for me. Excuse me. Hi, I'm looking for a babysitter for Tuesday afternoon. Yes, I'm registered under Molly Smith. Uh-huh. No, I don't like Nora. Don't you have anyone else available? Okay, Gina, fine. That sounds fine. I need her at my house at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to need her until 7. Oh, she's only available till 6? No, that's not going to work. Nora's the only one available at that time? Okay, fine. I'm going to have to think about it. I'll call you back. Hey, what are you doing on Tuesday? Maybe you could watch my kids. I mean, I think it would be a great opportunity for you because you're new here. I can't really pay you that much, but maybe you could go out to sushi. I don't know.
I'm sorry. On Tuesday, I'm very busy.
Well, that's okay. What are you so busy with?
I'd rather not talk about that.
have anyone else in that way. All right, thank you, bye. Oh, did you hear about those child abductions?
No?
Look, it is right here. Some guy has been breaking into houses and taking children from their bed while they're sleeping. And then he kidnaps them and ties their little hands behind their back and rapes them and puts a plastic bag over their head and suffocates them. And then he dumps their little naked bodies on the beach, each time in a different location. And today, they released a police sketch of him for the first time. And I think that guy right there looks just like him. It is scary, isn't it?
I think that is a woman.
Well, anyway, since I read about that, I've been watching my kids a lot more closely. You know, if it was up to me, I would just execute these murderers right away. I wouldn't even give them a trial. And it happens so often lately. Sometimes I just pray to God that He would just stop it all and bring back justice. You know, but I know that everything happens for a reason, you know, because God works in mysterious ways. I'm very religious. I grew up in a religious household. We prayed all the time before we ate. Very Catholic. Well, my husband thinks it's silly, but I still say my silent prayers anyway. It's not like I go to church every Sunday, but I believe that Jesus is watching out for me. And He's watching over you too. Would you believe in Jesus? Well, there's Catholic churches in Japan, aren't there?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not sure. It's very hot, so I go over the shade.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I thought there were Catholic churches all over the world because it's the most popular religion and really the only true one. Someday I hope to go to Rome and I want to see the Pope. I don't think that's going to happen soon. What about you? Have you ever been to Europe?
Yes, several times. Rome is very nice. I recommend going there in fall or spring. I studied in Paris in 3 months, and during that time I spent in Rome 2 days.
Oh, how interesting. Well, I hope my husband gets a better job soon. Or else I could forget about going to Rome and I'll probably have to go back to my job, which is teaching. You know, I hate it. I'm a teacher, but the kids, we need the money. The kids need new braces, you know. And I just got my boobs done. Do you know how much that costs? Really, it costs a lot. Men love it. I think it's worth it. I think you should really think about doing it too. And I hope we get enough money so we can have a maid again. You know, we used to have one, an illegal alien, but she quit because my husband never gave her a day off. Not even on the weekends. He made her stay so that he could sit around and watch TV while she watched the kids. He was supposed to watch them on Sundays, but that never happened. I felt so isolated at that time. What about you? Does your husband spend a lot of time with little Cole or Kyle or what was his name? Cole. Cole or I have a hard time with foreign languages. How about if I just call him Kobe? Like Kobe Bryant.
Cole.
Cole. Okay. Well, anyway, what was I saying? Does your husband spend a lot of time with your son?
Yes, I cannot complain. He gives me enough time off to write because I'm a writer.
Oh, you're a writer. What do you write?
I write books.
Oh, you know what? I wrote a book too. That's really cool. When I was 18, I even had an agent in New York, but we never found a publisher for it, and I just don't have time for it anymore because of the kids. You know, I wish I had more time for myself. But my husband hates it if I go out by myself. He's so jealous, and to tell you the truth, he has reason for it. But don't tell that to anybody else. I made it perfectly clear before we were married. I'm not into monogamy. What about you? Are you into monogamy?
Excuse me?
I'm sure he thought that with the marriage things would just end. But before we were married, he liked me having affairs. I think he got excited imagining 2 women in bed together. So typical of men, don't you think? Well, I have to let you know I'm bisexual.
I don't understand.
Well, I had this girlfriend that I was together with in college, and so I went out to visit her last year. My husband knows about that I visited her, but he doesn't know that we slept with her. He thinks because we're married and have kids that whole phase is over, but it is not. We cannot get out of bed for a whole week. And my husband had another outbreak of genital herpes, and so I just started an affair with Jimmy's teacher, and
I know it's a mistake, but really,
I'm afraid if I end it now, it's going to show up on his report card. I really just need to get out of this situation, and it's just... Well, hey, you don't happen to know a nice man or woman who would sleep with me without making my life more difficult.
no, but unfortunately, we have to go now.
Well, okay, but you know, even Jesus himself said that life is a